Hello everyone, this is the Insert Title Show and I'm your host, Wolf Strife. On this episode, I'm going to be talking about Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris. This came out in 2014 and is a sequel to the Tomb Raider game Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light. I think that came out back in 2010. That game, Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light, took place in Central America, I guess Mexico, seeing how it dealt with Aztec mythology. This one, though, takes place in Egypt. I definitely like the change of settings and the mythologies because Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light dealt with, like I said, Aztec mythology. And it was a good game. I love the gameplay and stuff, but I'm not an expert on Aztec mythology. So I'm much more comfortable and knowledgeable with Egyptian mythology, and the setting and stuff was, I think, a lot cooler in Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris. This game was pretty damn good. The gameplay was just as much fun as it was in Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light. As far as gameplay goes, it keeps the Tomb Raider series from becoming stale, I think. This one didn't sell, I think, nearly as well as Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light. That game was a pretty big seller when it came out, and the critics liked it a lot. I think this one didn't do too well, and the critics seemed to be a little bit down on it, but I think overall I actually like Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris more. Like I said, I just really am more comfortable with Egyptian mythology, and I thought the setting was a lot cooler, and the music was really good. Yeah, the game soundtrack was really nice. Basically, the story of this one is Lara Croft and a competitor of hers named Carter Bell released the God of War Set upon the Earth. And basically, Lara and Carter have to help out Isis and Horus in defeating Set. So that's pretty cool. And if you know the whole history with Set, Osiris, Isis, and Horus, this is definitely pretty freaking cool because, it's a classic story. And if you don't know that story, I would definitely recommend you go and check it out. The mythology of Osiris and Set and Isis and Horus. It's very interesting. And basically how you defeat Set is you have to find the pieces of Osiris and bring them back together so that he can fight Set and all that good stuff. Kind of funny. I mean, you've had to do this in a couple of other games, most notably in Age of Mythology. You had to bring the pieces of Osiris back together so that you could defeat, such and blah, blah, blah. So this isn't really anything new, but it's always cool finding the pieces of Osiris and bringing them back together. I was disappointed that you didn't have to find his missing penis, but oh well, I guess this is a rated teen game, I believe. So yeah, but yeah. Anyway, the gameplay is pretty cool. The puzzles are okay. It's much more of a shoot 'em up, I think. Yeah, a lot of action in this one. The boss fights are really, really cool because most of the bosses are Egyptian gods and goddesses like Sobek and I can't remember all the names of them, but one of the gods was this giant dung beetle, and you're having to fight him on top of this spinning ball of shit. So that was a really cool boss fight. And yeah, the final couple of boss fights are really cool. So yeah, it's a fun game. The story and the script and stuff isn't really top notch, but the gameplay makes up for that, and the soundtrack's really good, the setting's really cool, and if you like Egyptian mythology, hey, you will definitely enjoy this. And I always enjoyed Lara Croft being in Egypt. I don't know why. I think it's just, I don't know, I guess it's a perfect setting for her, It's like Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Egypt is just really, really freaking cool. So yeah, definitely check this game out. I bought it for full price. That was like $20. So it's a little steeper than I would have liked to have paid for it. But if it goes on sale, definitely check it out. I think you'll like it if you like Egyptian mythology, and if you're a Tomb Raider fan, naturally you will definitely enjoy this game. And one more thing, this might be Keely Hawes' last performance as Lara Croft, and I just want to say that I really, really like her. She's definitely the voice of Lara Croft for me. Keely Hawes has always been the Lara Croft voice, in my opinion. So if this is her last performance as Lara Croft, then it's a good one to go out on. So yeah, check out the game. I think you will like it.